No shit.
You
don't talk about how he wants to like kill himself.
no, just in general, like.
Does that really happen?
That's just Rob stuff.
He's just dumb. I don't know.
I know.
It's okay.
He's got a lot of hostility the other day because he forgot to ship something that you sent him, and
I got screamed
Yeah,
at
I
in
sent
front of the
him.
entire
yeah,
office on
you
Wednesday.
sent Duncan like a hey ship this.
I was reading a market watch
and
article.
I just
because I had nothing to do.
Didn't see it or something.
Duncan's doing that
so
a
much
lot.
downtime in
He
finance.
does do that.
Yeah.
It was like 2. I can't really do anything.
But
at
there's
2
a lot. I mean,
o'clock.
there's a fuck ton
Unless
of
I
crap
have
to
like,
do.
unless my like accounting is
It's
against custody.
But it's like he
But
gets
anyway,
impatient after like
so-
5 minutes of something not hearing back when it's been shipped or not. I wait a fucking hour for him to translate shit and he doesn't do it. Piece of fucking crap.
Jake. So this dude, I'd never seen him in my life, didn't know who he was. He just comes up right behind me like this. He's like, interesting. Is that work related? Like in super smug tone. And I was like, no, it's not. He's like,
Is that D&D related?
no. Well, you know what?
Have we started yet, technically?
Okay, sit down.
Hey,
Easy.
Wait, what were you reading?
Market watch.
I'm at a family.
That's work related. I read trade news.
Anyway, so we went on. He's like, "Does that mean your team has capacity?" Blah blah blah. And I couldn't figure out who the guy was. I go on the city hierarchy site, and it's like he reports to the dude that reports to the CEO, and I'm like, "Fuck." And then I go into a meeting with the dude who got me hired at City, one of my best friends, and I was in a meeting room, and I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And we talked, and then I come out, and the guy's waiting for me at my desk with my boss's boss, and he screams at me in front of the entire office. Is that fast enough?
To be fair, we have 4 more minutes, so.
Sounds like a bunch of
so-
assholes.
Well, just
Well,
that.
the one guy sounds like an ass
Just the
kisser.
one. Just the
Yeah,
one.
so Jake, you want a job?
Well, hold on. So here's so Friday. So I've talked to now just about everybody in like our office management, like basically the leaders around the office, different various teams, and they all like support me. I got the highest analyst review in my ring of hierarchy in the building. So no one thinks I'm a bad worker. It just was like he singled like 8 people out that day apparently.
What an asshole.
Yeah, he's tiny too. He's like 5'6".
He's the guy that has
And
to
he's
be
like 55 years old with like balding. He's balding. His wife's probably cheating on him because she's 20 years younger because he has money. And it's probably that whole chestnut, honestly.
He honestly sounds like a guy that because he's short, he has to like try and be above
Yeah.
everybody else.
Well, the head of our voice of the employee committee is like, honestly, he's lucky you just didn't lay him out. I was like,
I was gonna say,
Eric, you're right.
He's in high definition.
Hi, Def DJ.
But
A dragon.
So I'm now up for promotion. 2 days after.
What an asshole.
He probably shit himself, but everybody thinks I handled it really professionally. I didn't like talk back at him, and
Yeah,
it's just like whatever.
kind of how it's supposed to go.
Okay, I'm sorry, DJ.
I can't relax. I'm so excited to play D&D.
Well, Crib's Crib's really slow. It's fine.
Oh, just so you're aware, I can see the cameras and shipping when you guys are shipping stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not you, but careful with where you place
With
your
scratching
hands.
your balls.
No, he wasn't.
I
Duncan
know.
was. So just a heads up with that.
Who was?
Duncan was. It was really, and Rob was assessed with like 20.
Wait, is Duncan still there?
Yep.
What the fuck?
So just be aware of that. You're
well,
fine.
Kobe's still there, Kristen's still there, Miranda's still pregnant apparently.
No, she's just fat.
We're
Well,
we're all pretty sure.
I thought she was pregnant. But Miranda? She totally was. Did she get an abortion?
Kristen's had her baby already, so I don't fucking
They were
know.
pregnant at the same time. Literally, when I saw her for the first time in months,
She's
for
on
some
thin ice,
reason,
though.
I see her.
I heard it mentioned by her once that she is still pregnant. Allegedly.
That was like months and
Or
months
she's
ago.
just fat?
She's probably just fat.
Also, no,
I remember this comment.
she's on thin ice right now. Like,
Yeah.
she's about to get fired
Good. Fuck her.
if she steps out of line again.
What'd she do?
Yeah. Well, you remember the lawsuit from the black girl, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It's a lawsuit?
she probably should have been.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The chick with the pink Corvette? Or,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
the chick, but
yeah,
I didn't know
there's a lawsuit or something on that one.
Because Miranda.
Because Miranda sucks.
no, but basically
I mean-
same issue, just with another coworker.
Yeah.
Of course.
She's being all high and mighty because she thinks she runs the place, and
And
really
she's doing Calvin.
just literally a fat bitch.
She thought
Don't
she
you love
had her
being back at
own
King?
parking spot.
No,
Dude,
doesn't.
she.
Yeah,
So does John Balderson.
She screams
Okay.
into the parking lot.
So we're on stream.
Fucking memory!
That's fine. I don't
You
care.
don't work there anymore, so.
Exactly.
They're not gonna
I'm
watch
trying to
this. I
encourage-
say that and then it's gonna happen.
Every time,
So we're all fucked now.
every time I drive by King, I'm like, I wonder how they're doing. I don't care. Because every King memory employee I talk to is like, the only thing they talk about is how much they hate their job. I was like, hey,
Yeah, I don't
thanks,
hate
thanks,
my job.
Thanks for caring about
Yes, you do.
I hate people at my job.
Thanks for coming in and seeing how I'm doing.
Well, sounds like it's something that's
They could pay more though.
There, Jake. I'm not referring you to other these positions because they're. I don't know. What do
He
you
doesn't
make?
think that you can do it.
What do you make? If you don't mind.
He's scared that you're gonna outwork him.
what do you mean after
Take his
D&D?
promotion.
Oh, that's fair.
You just Daryl'd him.
Except to like
Everyone.
maybe 2 or 3 people.
I think you're. I think this is. I think
Two's
you're
a 30
too
people
talented
watching.
for the other
Be nice.
roles available.
Oh, yeah, right.
16.
Brock is
Huh?
watching.
16.
Oh, well, never mind. I will refer you to all.
That would be hilarious, though.
No.
Okay. Let's get to it.
The fuck
Wait, I'm not
happened
looking.
last time?
DJ, can you hear me alright on my side?
How many people are watching the stream?
I don't know.
I can.
Kyle or whoever's over there, can you just click DJ's screen so he's maxed out?
I like Big DJ.
Perfect.
Did we
Yeah,
level
yeah.
up? Not lie.
No.
That's just so if he wants to say something, I can actually like see.
Yeah,
Literally, I came in and asked, and everybody was like, "No, we didn't level up. Criv is so mean."
It's been like 3 episodes.
And I'm like, guys, and then I explained like how when you defeat a monster, not everyone gets 200 experience points. It's divided amongst the group. They're like, oh, that makes sense.
It's not an EXP campaign.
Yeah, it's also not an EXP
Boom. John.
You guys should not watch Critical Role because they don't level up for like 20 episodes.
Right.
Well, that'd be fine if we were playing twice a week.
No, they're
Playing
long
their
ways too.
They're once a week.
Still, though, you get the idea. Like
Yeah.
once a month.
Yeah. Oh my other campaign's once a week. They don't level up. Anyway,
It don't matter.
back to our campaign, Alliances and Adversaries. Welcome,
Uh-oh.
welcome back.
Keep going. I
Session-
fix it.
Session 14 recap. In a session long ago at a table not so far away, the gang began in the last episode in the center of the Sertsta Cobalt Cave network, waiting to meet their leader, a deep blue-scaled dragonborn named Haran. The gang urged and pleaded for help from the good leader, and in exchange for a peaceful encounter, Haran asked the newcomers to help him defeat some mysterious entity that had been plaguing his soldiers in the field, which was known colloquially as the Spooky Fly Scary Man. The gang spent the night under the stars. Kobolds, man.
Fucking go.
Show them the picture. I don't remember what it was, but show them the picture of what
Yeah,
it
you
was.
told us. What it was.
No. Show them the picture.
I can do that later.
Think scary with things.
The gang spent the night under the stars with several kobolds at their feet, waiting for the scary man to appear, and were surprised and almost overwhelmed by not one but 3 of the horrific beasts. Upon returning to Haran, the gang made one final exchange in saying that I lost my place. The gang made one final exchange in saying that they would grant power to the Sertsta as well as a piece of the bone dragon to their tribe if they offer their aid in the upcoming struggles. To which the gang delightfully accepted. With another ally under their belt for the great unification, the gang made their way to the mountains in the deep south. The zebra stone rocks made up the majority of the stone, and the gang found themselves face to face with the gargantuan Dusha tribe. The leader there, named Dawn Caller, issued a 2v2.
Dawn Caller.
Yeah. Issued a 2v2
Wait,
challenge.
Dawn or Dawn?
Dawn.
Okay.
A Dawn Caller. I'm just thinking of Big Mouth with like all the dicks running around. Come to me. Anyway, Dawncaller issued a 2v2 challenge against their members, to which Lok'Tar and Riynor promptly stepped forward and lost while fighting valiantly to the very end. After their fight was over, Dawnbringer offered a second challenge to the gang, and after glancing at each other and understanding that the task ahead, they boldly accepted. Dawncaller responded with a warm acceptance of their offer to fight on their behalf, as the second test was the test. As the boldness itself was what they needed to be accepted into the tribe. So we pick back up in their mountainous territory after that 2v2 with Lok'Tar and Riynor. They patched you guys up, so you guys can get, if you didn't have your health back, you can get it back. I think the rest of you guys were coming off of full rest.
Oh, were we?
We were.
Okay.
Yeah, because you traveled up. Oh, no.
No, because we.
You guys traveled up to the mountains and you fought the boar.
Yeah, I'm down one spell slot right now.
Okay.
Is where I have it.
Yeah, so not long goes by before a very familiar, very stout and angry bearded dwarf makes his way up the mountain where he was watching the cart below.
Oh yeah,
Out of breath. Yeah, out of breath, but he has returned to the group.
Hello.
Lok'Tar, you missed the fun.
Where have you been?
How's the cart?
Top recording.
Sleeping.
For 3 days?
You're a chick.
It's been like 2 months, but
will.
yeah.
3 days game.
Alright, well, we've won the Goliath's Favor, so...
We gotta go through the whole spiel again, right?
Well, no, I mean,
Is there a third challenge?
We're doing the second challenge.
Well, I thought the second
No,
challenge was to accept the second challenge.
yeah.
Alright, so the third challenge.
Yeah, it's just you two again, right?
No, I don't.
What is the
Do we
third
know
challenge?
what
What
the
is the third challenge?
So Dawncaller, the leader of the tribe, he's an older Goliath. He's sitting down on one of the larger rocks that was positioned around the arena. There was no third challenge.
Oh, okay.
I never said that, even once.
What?
But I do hope that you all will stay for the night to rest and take part in the ceremony where we initiate you to our own.
That's
Of
the
course,
third
yeah,
challenge.
of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
This is the third challenge.
Excellent. Is there anything that we can do for you in the meantime? For a few hours of daylight left?
Do you happen to have any shops around that might be selling any weapons, armor, maybe so we can restock?
We do not have shops.
Okay.
Do you have weapons?
Yes, we have a few blacksmiths and tool traders and so forth. If you'd like to see if they can do anything for you.
That would be
Do
awesome.
you have
Could you
anybody
point
who
us in
can
their
make a
direction?
cloak?
Sit
Yes.
Go ahead, DJ.
Do you have anyone who could make a cloak?
hold on. Let me turn you over here, Katie.
Giggity.
Oh, that was so much louder. Okay, can you mute that one? Or did you already?
I will.
Hot.
I'd like to go to a blacksmith to see if they have any other weapons or if they can sharpen up some of mine.
There we
I
go.
know.
There's one in the door.
Can you still hear me, DJ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Oh, well, you're only playing onto the right side of my speech.
DJ is loud DJ.
There we go.
So he.
Nice hair.
So
Chris hair does look good today.
Talking to DJ.
yes, so he calls over a couple of other Goliaths. One who's got like that heavy leather apron on. He takes, I think, just you ask.
I want to
I
go.
want to go.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
For to work on weapons.
Lok'Tar wants a cloak.
I want a cloak and I actually want to see blacksmith as well. Just want to see if they can do anything with my trident.
Luckily, they're neighbors. So you can.
What a coincidence.
Yes,
Not only are they
exactly.
neighbors, they're brothers too.
Separated at birth.
Two brothers.
Anyway, so you guys can follow the Goliaths over to their individual huts. You were not here last time, so just a quick kind of visual. The land leading up to the mountains where the Dushar is very arid. You know, it's on that dry side of the mountain, but the temperature isn't a sweltering heat. It is noticeably warmer than the average day on the mid-continent. Climbing higher up into the mountains, the stones kind of lose their color and they take a zebra kind of coloration to it. The zebra stone, if you've ever seen it. And a walk turns into a hike, and a hike turns into a climb. It's very steep. Hence, you had to leave. Hence, the cart was left behind. Obviously.
So did I just leave it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. There's.
It was taking them too long. I was like,
Of
oh,
course.
someone's probably dead. I should probably go up or leave. But
No
if
one
I-
died, actually.
We survived.
Not even me.
Oh, Zebrastone's cool.
So Goliaths clearly built for climbing these are particularly built for climbing mountains. They are still muscular, but they're a bit more leaner in their appearance than the typical Goliath that you would expect. Their skin tone is actually very close to matching that of their surrounding zebra stone, so it's that marbled black and gray look.
And I just have to be like at their like shin. Like
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
They don't acknowledge you very much, but yeah. It's very tiresome to talk so far down,
Right.
and they don't have the patience for that.
Don't get stepped on, little friend.
Many of the Goliath have dreadlocks or cornrow kind of style hair, if they have any hair at all. They have tattoos covering their bodies, as well as their faces with various piercings. They typically wear a black leather with white fur lining. The heat doesn't seem to bother them, even with the fur. And it kind of puffs out around the edges of their clothing. They're not outwardly aggressive towards outsiders. They were very welcoming to you guys. Their homes vary from large rock slabs pushed together to form over like cave huts. Some of them are sort of crossover between caves. Some are just straight freestone style slab
Yeah.
homes. 1, 2, 3. And they blend in remarkably well with their surrounding terrain. Right up on it, it's obvious. It's like, oh wow, okay, that's obviously not a rock. That's a home.
Right.
But anywhere else in the mountains, blends right in.
Okay.
And Dawncaller is their leader. So you guys are up with the blacksmith. It's not so much a DJ. It's not a big forge particularly. It looks like he probably only works on a couple swords a day because there's not a whole lot that they really have to confront up in the mountains. What can I do for you?
I'm looking to either see if you have a better sword than what I currently have, or if you can sharpen my short sword here. I'll pull it out and hand it over to him. If you can sharpen your toothpick for me.
Yes. And not much. And he holds out like this giant fucking two-hander. He's like, I don't know if this is really your style. Or...
No, not really. If you can sharpen
He
mine.
just one-hands it like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Lift with the knees.
Thanks, Lok'Tar.
He gets it.
How you lift with your hands?
Well, yeah, but you put the weight of it in your hips.
Oh, got it.
You put the weight of it in your hips, looking way down. I don't even think you'd come up to the forge, like. Which is funny for a dwarf.
Yeah, I'm 5'2", so I'm not the shortest dwarf.
Oh, okay, you're not
But-
short at all.
Yeah,
You're a pretty tall dwarf.
I am the tallest dwarf in my class.
So he goes, yeah, I could probably bet. So you're just looking for a bit of improvement?
Yeah.
I can do that for you.
Cool. How much do I owe you, and when can I pick it up?
Don't worry about it. Be done in a couple hours.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Can I make this tooth into a knife?
So even smaller. Yeah. Let me look around here. He just kind of like almost not instantaneously because that wouldn't make sense, but very smoothly. He's got like a grindstone that he's got the what's it called, that like foot paddle that keeps it going. He just because it's bone, so it's not particularly hard. He shaves it down on both sides really easily. Kind of looks around in this rough little bin, like you can hear the shifting of like thin slabs of stone. It's that distinct clinking noise. Thank you. He pulls out a couple pieces, matches them up. Yeah, this would be real easy. He while he's talking to you guys, he's like sharpening the stone to match the curve of the blade handle. So if you guys want, you can add +1s to both of those.
Sweet.
I was gonna hand over my trident as well, sir.
Did this cost any money or?
Thanks, dude.
Laxmope just holds his warhammer like, how do I improve a hitty thing? It's not sharp.
Add spikes to one of those sides so that when you slam it on someone,
Spikes to the top.
But I
instead of a
want,
flat surface.
but I want to keep the spirit
DJ +1 to the trident.
of a hitty
Okay, thank you.
right? Like, he has a pokey thing, they have slashy things. I want to keep a hitty thing.
So you want a
I mean,
bigger
it's
hitty
still,
thing?
it's still a hitty thing. It's just now got spikes on it.
You don't want a hitty thing with spikes?
Do dwarves not know the word hammer?
Like not like.
What about like a giant meat cleaver? Like a meat tenderizer?
Yeah, like that.
To me,
It's-
it's just a meat cleaver.
Is there a chef around? Do I just have one of
Do you
those
have one of those?
meat
Yeah, meat
tenderizers?
tenderizer.
we gotta cook our own food here.
Ryan, like, do you physically have one of those?
I don't know.
Because that's what I'm thinking.
So you're not thinking like super sharp.
So while
No, no,
no,
no,
just
just
like that,
like
I
just a
hand
little-
him my
just-
greatsword and ask my team if you have it.
Yeah.
That can be improved.
Like that. That exact thing.
Yeah, Laxmope's okay with that. Can you do something like this as he already projects?
A hammer. Yes.
A hammer?
There are hammers.
It's like one of those like
A
glitching
war
like
hammer.
sort of
Yeah.
rotating thing. Yeah. So he works out both your guys, your greatsword and your maul.
Darn.
So I don't know how well it would work for a physical weapon, but for the gun world at least, it's a concept they use in rifles. The piece that moves everything.
Yeah.
It's called the buffer. Well, it's part of it's on the spring
Yeah.
anyway. And there are different things you can put inside it. So some people have like solid weights, and that moves it. Some people use like a sand. So just for flavor, like I was thinking, it'd be cool if he like hollowed it out and like put a bunch of like rocks or something inside. I don't know.
That's fine.
Lead, mercury.
As soon as he starts drilling, Laxmope's like, "Oh no, my warhammer!" and is like very confused at his process, but is patient enough to wait to see what it looks
A
like.
lead core. That's fucking cool.
A lead core.
A lead core maul.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so you guys.
I'll just give him like yellow cake uranium.
He's got it in stock if you want it. I mean, you guys aren't like physicists or anything, but just as no, I'm just kidding. He doesn't actually-
There's a uranium on it. No.
It's just uranium that is yellow. It's not actually yellow. Anyway, bad joke.
So they don't. I get because I didn't go with them. Am I still? Am I with Don Collar still then?
We're like
Yeah, just
20
standing there
feet away.
twiddling your fifth thumbs.
Well,
It's a small village.
Yeah, I mean, I just. Do you guys have any magic users anywhere or? Okay,
It is a very rare craft here.
I see. All right, I'm just gonna shoot a couple of sparks.
Is there like a range, like an open area where I can practice knife throwing?
Yes. Oh, you at the you're still the yes.
Can you show me the way?
Yeah, and he points you back towards the arena where you were.
Okay.
They can like set up stuff for you
I'm
guys
a
to-
master at throwing a knife now. Plus 20 every roll.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, right. I'll take you up on that.
So DJ, cloak question.
Yeah, so I just wanted to find somebody who could tailor the creature's pelt that I skinned, the spooky fly scary man.
Yeah, the tailor's a little freaked out by it, but it's easy enough. I mean,
He's trophy!
yeah, they obviously make their own clothes and everything. They're very very self-sufficient. Does anyone watch Seinfeld?
No.
Yep.
The sneeze. God bless you. I mean, he wasn't gonna say anything. What the fuck does that mean? Anyway, so tailoring that to whatever you need is very easy. But just for flavor, tell everybody what you want. If you're gonna have a fur shell,
So when I skin it, would that contain like any of the wing material as well, or just like the furry body bits?
if I remember right, you nat 20 skinned it
Yeah, it was a net 20 plus 1 dex.
It is yours to make your own. You whatever skin you want or don't want, giggity.
A pimp coat. Get a pimp coat.
And so I would have a hood resembling like the head or face of the spooky fly scary man.
Oh, that'd be sick.
And then the back would have like the middle strip of the fur and then the wing material that would kind of like fold over at like the edges of the cloak. So if you were to open it up, it would look like a back, like almost like camouflage.
Yeah.
Like the butterflies that have like fake animals on their wings.
Like those zip hoods that go all the way down.
Yeah.
That close it. All right. That's a little bit more intricate for him. Takes him a few hours to work.
That's fine.
It's a foreign material. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, if you guys, so you get your cloak. If you guys wanted to practice your weapons or whatever in the arena, well, you've got time. Rikzu is he's only got the one knife, so he just walks over, gets it, walks back, walks over. No, they put up 2 targets for you, so you can walk over, get it, keep going. Yeah. So Dawn Color is, well, who of the melee fighters would be at the arena? As Keylen is just in the background to himself.
I'll go with Rikzu and throw some knives with him.
Play some music with prestidigitation.
Okay. Just you two then?
Yeah.
Very cool. Sure. Okay, so Dawn Color, he's almost constantly flint napping.
There's something wrong with his name.
He's just got all kinds of little flint chips over him, brushes them off his leg as he forms blades and arrowheads and various tools. And he goes over to Rikzu and Riynor.
Hello.
It's a very interesting technique. Are you familiar with grappling and all that it can do?
Grappling? A little bit. Not.
You want to wrestle?
No, I have men for this. And so one of the other Goliaths, one of the ones you fought earlier, comes over, respectfully bows. He goes, "Would you like to learn something?"
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so they kind of set up in a grapple. Dawn Color goes, "Now this is called a suplex." He lifts him up and just boom, slams it, and the guy's like, "Oh, thanks." And Dawn Color gets up. He is fine. He's like, "Would you care to learn?"
Yes.
Okay. So first custom feat of the game.
Dun dun dun!
I need both of you to roll 3d20, and your average, not rounding up, has to be a 13 or higher to get it.
16. Starting off strong. 4. Not so great. 16. That's 12.
Ooh, 3. That's
12?
12 average, yeah.
Fuck.
2.
No, I'm and an 8.
I'm just.
So yeah, you guys are just, you guys are like really awkward, like putting your hands all over each other. He's like,
Like fucking.
never mind.
Let me try it again. I swear I can do it.
Perhaps later.
Damn.
I wouldn't have gotten to do it.
Damn, that was a fun one too.
We tried, Jake.
Did you guys ever? I don't know if I ever showed you.
Did
The
you
last-
get
the
it?
I got
last-
a natural 20 and 13 in it too.
Yeah, you would have gotten it.
No.
No.
No?
The
The 2 kind of kills it.
a natural 20 I would give it to you.
The Laxmope wasn't there.
Nope.
Or paying attention.
So
Pay for effort.
I the last custom feat I gave the first group, Brock didn't get it. He wasn't happy.
What's happening?
I was going to the beach.
That's good.
Oh.
What?
What?
He was playing the video of
Yeah, Brock did not get the clip, and the feat, and his reaction was funny.
What was the feat?
It was called, if I remember right, it was called leadership. It was like a thing. It was a vocal action. So you'd hype your team up and they'd get some buffs for it if they were within the vocal range.
Brock. That's exactly what I think of when I think of leader.
Yes. He got the first one that they did.
How's he doing?
Thanks.
Brock is Brock.
We'll talk about Brock later.
Damn. So you guys come up on the scene with Riynor and Rikzu pretty much just tickling each other. and dog collars in the sun.
Did we do well?
I'm gonna soil Rhinor's pants.
Why?
Because I can.
So dog collars.
You tried. You were trying so hard, man. Like, God.
Clean me up.
Clean him up.
He gets up from his stone like, I have to prepare for the ceremony. Please be at the mountaintop in a few hours.
We will.
What is the ceremony? Do we need to bring anything, or like, should we prepare for anything? I don't think anyone's asked this question, and I would hate to show up and be like, we have to sacrifice one of our teammates.
He thought that was pretty funny. No. It's nothing as barbaric as that.
I vote Randy.
I don't know who Randy is.
It's not important. I'm pretty sure he died in a tree.
No, please, just bring yourselves to the mountaintop.
Gosh, they're the nicest
They
people
really
that
are.
we've ever met.
know.
I'm very scared.
Everyone else is like either tried to kill us or is like, no, we don't trust you.
Or stole something from
Do
us.
you have a
But
bar? I want to try some of your food.
Yeah.
Why is your hand raised?
Can we have dinner?
Because everyone's talking.
Oh, we have plenty of food and drink at the ceremony.
Sweet.
Oh, so I'm hungry now.
I'll just go over here and twiddle my thumbs again. Because there's nothing for me here.
What do you do
Well, if
half
you're,
the
if you're
time?
really that hungry, here, I'll
Yes!
bring over
Alright.
bring over some caribou. Yuck.
Caribou coffee.
I was thinking caribou coffee. Delicious.
No, Jimmy Neutron.
Whale blubber nuggets. They're chewy. Okay.
Is that the Fairly Odd Parents?
Yes, blubber nuggets. So, night falls upon the scene. You guys make your way up the mountain. It's a pretty tough climb up to the top, but the view alone is phenomenal. You guys can see over, not the entire continent, but a pretty decent chunk of it. You can see the lit up kingdom, sort of its outline in the vast distance.
Oh, it's so pretty.
You're pretty close to Dracone. You can see Dracone. You can see very, very faint light from Vol. Not a whole lot going on there.
Yeah, that's depressing.
So
understandable.
So come nightfall, the whole encampment is dark, save for a few small tiki style torches on the top of the mountain, as well as a large fire pit where they've cut like 8-foot logs in that TP formation in a fire pit. They are not lit yet. So DJ, this is going to be the only
That would be
thing
rude.
that doesn't quite work for you.
That would be very rude if I lit them.
Pause.
How dare you?
Uh,
How dare you?
What?
He wants me to light their
was
giant fires.
I'm not the one that wants
would be
you to
very
light the
rude.
fires. I'm waiting for you to just be like, oh, they're lit.
No, that would be very rude of me. How
No.
dare you think
Sure,
that I
to
would
deal
like
with.
that?
Soiling your pants, not rude at all. Lighting a fire, can't do it.
Great. What moon is it tonight?
It's not the full moon.
It's not the full moon, yeah. It's that,
Waxing
crescent.
gibbous or waning gibbous.
It'd be waxing.
yeah, waning is receding. So
Wax on, wane off.
it's like sort of around that 3/4 mark, but a little bit less.
So like a waxing 3/4.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
waxing 3/4.
Is there a reason?
Okay.
Yes,
Maybe if
he's
you
a
were on your
werewolf.
phone so much, you'd know.
Maybe it'll reveal a door.
He's a were-tortoise. When the moon is full, he goes crazy.
So, come nightfall, the entire encampment is dark, save for the TV torches, as well as the preparing fireplace. The cities are visible beneath the completely starlit sky with some beautiful aurora borealis displays going on as the ritual carries. So, Lord. So each of the Goliath are adorned in this sort of tribal gear. They've got those leaf kilts, as well as white paint down most of their bodies and some bone jewelry, I suppose is the word. So he has each of you in a semicircle in front of him with his back to the fire pit, which is not there. The time you guys spend up here, it is noticeably harder for you to breathe up here. The air is a little bit thinner. For the Goliaths, they don't even fucking notice. It does bother them whatsoever.
That's the reason.
Around the fire, there are a great number of places to sit, from stumps to rocks to benches to hay pits, all of which surround that center fire pit. Several of the surrounding Goliath members also have furs on with their bone adornments, and then they bring out these drums. So DJ, this is the only part where it's going to be a little weird for you, because I don't think the sound will carry over.
Okay.
Play that at your leisure. So, as one of them, that's the intro to the video.
I thought that was DJ.
So, as the fire starts to pick up around the fire pit, the Goliaths come out with their drums. Yeah. It's only a minute. It's only 2 minutes long.
There's nothing bad to happen.
So, while each of them with their drums start preparing the fire, it builds up in the background until it's a humongous roaring flame that pretty much towers into the sky.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Allergies up here are crazy.
I'm allergic to mountains.
That's a mountain Orpheus.
Must be tough.
And so Dawncaller is just waiting. He's waiting for it as the fire burns very hot where you guys are. He looks over you.
Are they dancing?
We're gonna become
There are
really
a few
spooky
dances on the
butterflies
back
scary
side of the
things.
fire. Yeah.
I'm gonna chill the 1 cubic foot of space around me.
You see just a nice little breeze going around.
AC, baby.
1 cube.